Good morning. Today, we will reflect on the meaning of the Feast of the Transfiguration of Jesus. For sure, many would say that the Transfiguration of Jesus before Peter, James, and John happened in order to show his divinity. That is the truth, of course. But what more can be said of this significant revelation? This morning, we shall be helped by some insights on the event by Father Neil Guillemette of the Society of Jesus. In his book, The Cedars of Lebanon, Father Guillemette says that Jesus lets his disciples momentarily catch sight of his divinity, so that when during his passion, he will lose even the appearance of a human being. And the prophet Isaiah says that then he will be so inhumanly disfigured that he will no longer look like a man. Isaiah 52:14. They might look beyond the appearance of the disfigured Jesus and remember the transfigured Jesus of today's event. In other words, Jesus wanted to fortify his disciples in advance. He wanted to strengthen their faith in him in preparation for the impending great temptation their faith will undergo when they witness his passion. Jesus wanted his disciples to remember the Transfiguration in order that they might be consoled during his passion. But to remember what? That his countenance was changed? That his clothes became dazzling white? That Moses and Elijah stood with him? Or that a voice was heard saying, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I'm well pleased. Listen to him." If we could ask Jesus himself what gave him the greatest strength and consolation during those terrible moments of his passion, would it be his divinity and the power emanating from it? Would it not rather be the assurance that he was the beloved of the Father? He went courageously and faithfully through his suffering and accepted his death freely because he believed the singular voice that loved him infinitely. He always remembered, even in his darkest hour, that he was the beloved Son of God. While it is true that the Transfiguration is about Jesus, it is also about us. When we sit down and reflect, we will also discover that our moments of transfiguration are those moments when we remember that we are the beloved of God. It is easy to forget this truth, especially if media and modern advertising tell us differently. Any financial crisis, or the loss of a loved one, or the breakdown of a relationship is enough to make us despair in life. But when we remember how in the past the Lord has saved us from the ravages of a typhoon, or from our enslavement to drugs or material things, when we remember how he gave us direction through the loving guidance of a friend, or how he made way for reconciliation with someone we have not talked to for years, then we are changed through hope. As the Lord has consistently loved us in the past, so will he love us today and always. We too are the beloved of God. Are we transfigured by this? I invite you now to reflect on the following. What remembrances or memories have changed me into a better person? How can the remembrance of God's love sustain me through the hardships of life? This is your morning talk. Have a good day.